Remember let you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands,
So, my lovely people, welcome to another live stream with Bathura. I'm really sorry I had to take a break. There was a lot of stuff going on in my mind. I had to take a break. That break was much needed. But here we are again. Allah, आ गया सीन है. ये लोग स्टार्ट ही नहीं कर रहे भाई. दर्द हो रहा है. जैसे भी it was really प्रैक्टिस हो गया सबका. हाँ ब्रो, एवरीबॉडी प्रैक्टिस. बथुरा वो डैमेजर, वो भी वही बोलती बथुरा करता था डैमेज, समझ रहे हो मतलब. वाह भाई, लॉर्ड बिकमिंग हैंड्स फॉरवर्ड. नहीं रे सोलो, नहा के आया. नहाया तो ऐसे ही दिखूंगा. डेली स्ट्रीम पे नहाता नहीं. आवाज आ रहा है, आवाज आ रहा है, सब ठीक है तो भाई. ये रुचिर को एंड करो. सबको क्या काल सिखा दिया. नहा के आया तो ऐसा दिखूंगा. बट थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी ब्रो लेजिट. Bro, but legit what I thought was I'm coming after really long time. कोई भी देखने नहीं आएंगे, फिर वो डिमोटिवेट हो जाएंगे, ऐसे सोचा. पर आप लोग तो जॉडे पे सिर्फ मेरा शक्ल 130 लोग देख रहे हैं. ब्रो मेन स्ट्रीम कहाँ है? मेन स्ट्रीम एफएसएल में चैनल में. ब्रो या ब्रो they'll start bro. Matches will not started bro. बतौरा मर्सिडीज है क्या? अरे मेरा नहीं है, मेरा दोस्त का है ब्रो. मेरा खुद का मर्सिडीज होता तो क्या करूँ. सर आई एम बिग फैन, प्लीज साइन. ठीक है भाई. ये शैटर मेंबरशिप मांग रहा है. अच्छा. Hi Diraj bro, hi Karan, क्या हाल है? How's everybody doing? But please take care of your mental health. That's very important. I realized it. Hi bro Prahlad. I realized it a bit late, but I think everybody should take care of their mental health first, because that comes in more important than anything else out there. So please take care of that, and in case you need anything. On this bro. Hey bro, how do you block it? Hey bro, ரிலீஸ் ஆகலன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நீங்கள் சில் பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணுங்க. அது வரைக்கும் நான் வேற வச்சு மேனேஜ் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஆனால் எவ்வளோ சீக்கிரமாக முடியுமோ அவ்வளோ நல்லது ப்ரோ. ஓ தேங்க்ஸ் ப்ரோ. தேங்க்ஸ் ப்ரோ, தேங்க்யூ. எங்கே இருக்க? ஐ அம் அட் த சேம் ஹோட்டல் ப்ரோ. All good Badura, good to see you back. Thank you Mahima, you look very cute today. Just saying. समझ रहे हो? बतौरा वॉच पार्टी अन्ना भी कर रहा है, उसके लिए परमिशन लिया था क्या? हाँ शायद परमिशन लिया होगा. आपको किधर देखना है देखो ब्रो, इसका कोई मसला नहीं. हैड ब्रेकफास्ट? नथिंग आई हैड ब्रो, नथिंग आई हैड. Bro, should I buy the Logitech G Pro headphones? If you have the money, please. I'll slide into your DM sometimes, man. When can we see a stream regularly? Soon, as far as I know. There are a few announcements to make. Soon. Would you like girls and bread or esports? सोलो, रात भर सोया नहीं ना तू. उठ के ये चल रहा है नशा तेरा. कि भाई आ गया सीन है. अरे थ्रो में सारे सपोर्ट स्टाफ ब्रो. once it starts will oh started ban कि अभी कुछ नहीं चाहिए हमको. बैन जो क्लोज करो इसको, स्नैच को क्लोज करो, हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. इंडोनेशिया ही चालू है भाई. ये ट्विच का इधर नहीं चल रहा है. मेरा इंटरनेट का इशू हो रहा है. ये आईपीएस, ये आईपी को ब्लॉक करके रखा है इन लोग ने. रुको, हम करते हैं कास्टिंग. क्या बोलते हैं? चेंज कर रहा हूँ मैं और डिस्प्ले को. हम करते हैं कास्टिंग, समझ रहे हो? हम करते हैं कास्टिंग. अनलॉक कर, अनलॉक कर. चैट खोलो. नहीं चाहिए मेरे को iOS 15 अपडेट. बैंड दी दोस्तिरिया. हाँ, खुद का स्ट्रीम का खुद का ऐड चल रहा है. लेट्स गो गाइस. वेट, मेरा शक्ल पूरा दिख रहा है या थोड़ा हल्का सा कैमरा नीचे करूँ क्या? अगाल लाइक कर देते हैं। वाईटी पे भी इंग्लिश कास्टिंग हो रहा है विशु चैनल पे ऐसा क्या पे को जो बात बोला ना तूने अभी जान के टोटे अभी तूने बात बोला ना जान के टोटे
both of these teams. Really quickly, it looks like not yet locked in, but about to be pretty soon. What do we think? What do we think? I see a lot of similar pickups from both these sides with the KJ
They're not
and.
playing with Hannah.
अरे
Hannah's
क्या
playing
चल रहा है
with
इधर भी
Zotac
भाई मेरे को
obviously.
नहीं
I
देखना
mean,
पॉप
that
आउट
is the,
चैट
the quintessential
निमाइस
sixth man
नहीं
as
देखना है
well,
मेरे
so
को
yeah,
चैट
it makes
में
sense.
गलती से भी नहीं
But
देखना
they've already
लोग
locked
का
in
समझ
with
में
the
नहीं
side
आते
of
कितना भी
Corsair,
वीडियो
they've
डालू
got
नंगा
kills,
ना
they've got Jet,
नंगा
they've
नहा
got
के इधर
Soba,
टैटू भी
Yastro,
बना
and
लूं नो
Mousepad. I think
टॉक्सिसिटी का इन लोग का
that's
नहीं चल रहा है क्या
actually
तेरा
the
चापरी
meta
ऐसे ही
for now,
चलता है
I'd
चैट
say.
मेरे को नहीं
That makes sense to me. Ken?
Yeah, fairly
There it is. How
similar
does
lineups.
serious
The
bootcamp?
one
Serious
difference that you
bootcamp.
see is the
Bro,
fact
Bings को
that,
टाइम दे दे ऑफिशियल चैनल
Exterior
पे
has two
मैं क्या करूं ब्रो
initiators,
उसका
Select
while,
your agent.
Enigma Galaxy, they're going for that double duelist setup. So
Freya,
it's kind of more
Mafan on the
standard stuff
jet,
that we're seeing
Bridge,
from Enigma
okay.
Galaxy. They've been known to do this, but what's interesting to me is that I think we used
अरे
to
वो
see
रेज
tricks on
वो
the jet
जेट नहीं लाया
sometimes. This time it's going to be Aya, who was the person that we did kind of feature.
क्या
She
ले रे
has been
राजू
top frag and she
हेलो
has those
हाय जेगर
MVPs.
हाय क्वैक
Now that she's on
वो
Reyna,
क्वैक बहुत कूल
this
बंदा है
could
bro
be
that quack is
Enigma
really cool so
Galaxy's
what he does is he has the Donald he has the
All right,
Donald duck thing
guys.
behind his
Well,
back
joining Jace to bring you all the action for the next couple of maps is going to be Zero Aura, Lady, and
पता नहीं ब्रो
Gentleman.
हर्षित मैं
All
इधर कर रहा हूँ ना
ears
वो चेक
on
नहीं
you.
किया स्टार्ट होगा बे
Hello, welcome.
स्टार्ट होगा हाय ज़ीरा ज़ीरा का माइक चालू नहीं है बे मैडम तेरी माइक चालू नहीं है ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है
I can hear you. Yes, I can. Loud and clear, Zaya.
मैच ब्रो या ब्रो व्हाट टू डू कुछ का ये हो जाए तो अच्छा लगेगा बे
Uh-oh.
आ गया मैं सब म्यूट करूंगा बे ओ थैंक्स ब्रो நான் ஒரு சொல்லி நீங்க பிளாக் பண்ணுங்க இப்போ டன் ப்ரோ अबे नहीं देखना है कोक बैंड दी मेरे को कोक पसंद चीयर्स 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 मेरे जान के टोटे अभी जरा मैच दिखाया
We already have a lot of aggressive pushes coming from the far on the attacking side. In towards the B side they go, and they're pushing past Mark.
Oh, Muffin! ऐसे की तरह
They
ऐसे
haven't dealt with Muffin, who's been holding from the defender spawn
One
side.
enemy
So
remaining.
all that's left right now is Trix. She's up by B main. But unfortunately, even there, she might have information with a recon bolt. No, she's on B main. She's on site as
Nice
well.
shot though.
She needs to get the headshots and isolate the duels. Otherwise,
अबे
she's not
leaks
gonna
मत दो बे
win
मिक्स
this.
leaks मत दो you're in a
All
different room
she's
yes bro
got. And only the ghost. Not that much utility to work with as well. It has all been spent. And Britzy, they know where she is, so they're looking
30
to
seconds
hunt her
left.
down. She doesn't really. She has the spike, but she cannot get it planted. So moving past the Radianite crates, maybe up towards Salem, looking for the headshot. But Britzy already has her number dialed in. Easy spray.
let's go let's freaking go boys I mean girls
All right, can you hear me?
hey I can hear you hi
Asteria.
All right, can you hear me, guys? Am I alive now?
yes you are
Am I? There you go. I am alive. So okay, that was a bit of a practice back there, guys. But do not worry. I have Ryzen, and of course to start it off, we do see Asteria right here taking that first.
oh by the
round.
way lately I've been seeing Muffin Loop on the Marshall like I was there behind the practice no it gave me a good vibe bro her on the Marshall Acid Tenzi hai bro so Muffin and Tens have the same haircut but you know what the scene is Muffin का hair ऐसा आता नहीं उछलता है ऊपर समझ रहे हो Change cam to top right sorry macha 1 second का
Casper has been winning a lot of games during wildcards, and speaking of that, like it's starting it off pretty well with Muffin Loop here with that Marshall kill. So that's basically an interesting thing because you guys mentioned time and time again, Muffin Loop
like मैं खुद का stream को करता हूँ sorry judge मत करो
And look at this, a little bit of miss here and there, to and fro, but that's going to be a very beautiful frag coming in from
Nice one, Meow.
She gets Aya down. Not really, you know, neglecting the sides here on towards heaven, still pointing it out in towards our map. And to go back into your point, Casper here is also have been popping up for Asteria, but then again, this is basically the lackluster that Asteria has. They kind of rely on Muffin Loop here, so that could be the kryptonite that, you know, NGX can basically take advantage of. So right now, speaking of NGX, we are seeing them here in towards middle side, trying to get a rotate
breakfast arrangement
towards Cub. But what do you think about this?
I don't like it because it's a crossfire setup. They have to deal with Shreya, and they have done it, but Meow16k immediately plays off of her. Only good for one, though. Ivory makes it a quick trade. Her head is gone. So 2v3 situation now, and all they need to deal with is Muffin Loop. She's dead. They have the site. We're down into the 2v2. So, spike planted, post-plant position set up. They actually stand a chance at taking this round.
They do, especially that, again, the spike has been planted, you mentioned, and they are in a very good position for the crossfire, but let's see up to what extent, because the gun difference still in the favor of Tricks here with only the Ghost. Casper can have that trade here, but who is going to get that kill? With a better weaponry, Casper still gets it, and that's going to be the round for VLT.
Oh man, I think they were a little bit nervous towards the end of the round. Trix only had one round in the chamber, and she went in with a big swing. It's easy for Casper to just spray and pray in that situation. So unfortunately, even though they have managed to take the site, it's a little bit tough for them. But the main thing that you got to consider here is the fact that they've done so much damage. That's 4 players that they took out. So economical damage is done, plus the spike planted. They're going to be good for this bonus round.
Casper. Oh, by the way, guys, हमारे पास भी मफिन आ गया, समझ रहे हो? ये मैं कहूँगा नहीं, तभी मफिन मारेगा मैं इसको दिखाती हूँ, तभी भी मफिन मारेगा मैं इसको दिखाती हूँ, तभी भी मैं मारता है. Oh boy! Aggression जो गया ना.
Really beautiful, but still was detected.
But you understand why they're showing aggression, right? It's because they don't have a good gunner and they're playing the bonus, no? Nice one, Casper.
Nice. He has the upper hand, but right now with Enigma Galaxy here, really popping off as Ivory gets one. Tricks also for the team here in towards market. Really nice usage of utilities and in a very timely manner. So this
you can put it on the kill for this. I didn't know, bro. No, you wanna eat muffin, bro? That's so weird of you, bro.
So this is a 4-2.
One more time you type bullshit, I'll hide you off the channel. I don't care.
They just need to secure it because retake capabilities of Asteria can still be very deadly, despite them being, you know, being on Trey and Britzy. So what do you think about this composition here? At least, and Aya go with a very quick here. Actually, that was actually pretty good reflexes coming in from Aya, and they know that Britzy is in market.
Look at this. They're keeping her pinned down. Britzy's just trying to dance back and forth between the walls, maybe find a headshot or two. But she has no freedom of movement. They are trying to wallbang her even. She actually managed to take down Alka, so that's pretty good. But here we go, the classic headshot, and Britzy is gone. So Enigma Galaxy, this was their round to have.
I will not change it anymore.
On a serious side, it's pretty nice.
Want watch.
But given their current weaponry,
or else I don't know what to say. If you don't want also watch, but it's getting the ego hurt seeing girls play professionally.
Operator. This could be a very different round.
This is quite interesting because, yeah, you mentioned the good thing is the third round, Enigma Galaxy just basically popped off because of the said weaponry. But right now, Muffin Loop with Operator and Thing. Oh, interesting how Meow is with the Bulldog here. So I like it how they kind of place themselves in a manner where they're dispersed in towards the map and not really neglecting any capable flank for the side of Enigma Galaxy. So here, really being on a passive state for the side of Asteria. I mean, you mentioned it on the panel. They do have that tendency to make a sandwich here. But let's see if Enigma Galaxy is able to eat it or maybe a bit poisoned by it. Because look at this. The amount of patience that they're going through right now. It's a minute. So recently, we've seen time and time again for Enigma Galaxy that they go off and try to commit a site for at least like 50 to 40 seconds at a time. Which this is going to be starting because of that lockdown. And they need to make the best out of this lockdown right here. So that's going to be patience coming through and through. They will be entering towards the site, but Casper still takes the spray, but is detained. But can this be the chance now for Enigma Galaxy?
I don't know. They actually might be able to go in and get the spike planted, but whether or not they can defend it is a whole other thing. I mean, you've got every single player on Asteria already on the site, so they're good in terms of timing. They've already rotated. All they need are the frags, and right now, Shreya is good for a quick double. Chloe on the other side of Jenny, she's good for a double on her own as well, but Shreya just comes in with a flag. It's all up to this 1v1 right now. Trix knows exactly where Shreya is. She doesn't have much HP to work with as well, so the shock dart is gonna do it.
Dart to the heart, Trix says, as we did see time and time again, these amazing clutch coming in from Enigma Galaxy. So we're gonna start off with Casper trying to get that. The spray transfer coming from Chloe here is one of the things that really turned that tables around. And Trix basically all has to do is just buy time and jiggle peek towards mine. And that dart is basically the creme of the pie.
Really the cream, and I love that. Dart to the heart, and you are to blame, Zaya, but whatever's happening right now, it's not going to work out. Muffin Loop going for that Blade Storm TM buy, but way too aggressive at a B main peak. She's going to get punished for that, so zero value gotten out of that Blade Storm. Right now, Enigma Galaxy stepping on the brakes a little bit, and I really love to see this. They know that they created an opening towards the B side, but there is a chance for that rotation, so they're not just rushing in. In fact, they're trying to rotate past mid and in towards A. You already got the spike players in towards A main as well. No one's there to actually stall or defend the A side, so this is a free plant, a lot of free real estate for Enigma Galaxy.
Look at Zariko.
And this is the thing, their assertiveness here is in a slow start, but then if you give them the chance, that is where they make the best out of it. So you said it, this is a free take. Post plant basically in their favor, because if you look at how they're positioned,
so much because it's Zariko, bro. We need to get advantage in where they don't expect us to.
Considering that there are smokes and utilities around as well as Aluka. So right now, that's telegraphed in terms of location, but F16 still gets that sheriff kill against Aluka. And right now, can this be a potential clutch? But look at this, alarm bot will notify them. But not enough, as Aya got the better weaponry here. And right now, we do see they're just basically buying off time, making things out of best here. And this is gonna be do they okay.
What?
But they don't have time, but still Shrey and the gang were able to win out their fights.
Yo, this is pretty scary. I mean, look at this. With the Sheriffs, they managed to take out 4 players from Enigma Galaxy, not to mention Shreya, who's absolutely popping off with that thing. Triple kill for the IGL of Asteria. So whatever we were saying on the panel, whatever we were trying to theorize here about, you know, Muffin Lou, she's the big MVP. Yeah. She's really strong, but even if she's taken out of the equation, I think Shreya can step up to the plate. So it's not all doom and gloom yet, because it's only 3-2 for now. Asteria still have a chance at turning this into their first half. Of course, starting on the defensive side, they have an advantage, but a bit of a Ferrari peak. Muffin Loop's going to eat it, and right now, this is a big opening with B main control and vision. They might actually be able to find yet another peak, but instantly, this is the response from Casper, and that's why she's such a good Astra. The stars have already been pre-placed, and now just buying a little bit of extra time, stalling as well. But what they don't know is that, take a look at your mini-map right now, the rotations going in towards A.
This is basically the adaptability that Enigma Galaxy has right now, because they know that Asteria does not neglect, sure, the flanks, but they are making the best out of it by, you know, creating some noise in towards B. And you did mention Casper here with these stars placed in smokes as well. But is it enough to make it align, though? Because look at this, another A take here, because the amount of success that Enigma Galaxy is having is in this site. So that's going to be an ult coming in from Ivory, if I'm not mistaken. And right now we do see here already creating the post-plant situations for the side of Enigma Galaxy, really making wonders. And this ult, though, is basically really helpful for Enigma Galaxy to narrow down the angles that they need to take cover, especially for post-plant. Speaking of angles, though, we do see shutdown there from Trey and Casper. Chloe for the trade. Meow 16k, not gonna give up as well, but this is just a rampage. Chaotic for both sides of the team. 1v1. Who's gonna take that push? No, it's basically
nice play, dude.
with the 4 points in their arsenal.
Nice play, nice check, one up.
Damn, it is the second time that we're seeing this face-off between Shreya and Trix right now. But looking at the scoreboard, I think it's proven, right? Trix got that 10-2. She has been popping off and showing up every single round. When it comes down to this 1v1, she wins it dead to rights. And unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult for Shreya to hold the angle as well. And especially with the fact that they're playing on defense, time is of the essence. They actually need to be able to win these retakes. Otherwise, it's going to be Nigma Galaxy again and again. This time around, Asteria often eco as well. They're not contesting A main at all, and that's why there's so much room to work with. Nigma Galaxy sense this, and they're just going in for the burst. Already getting site control. The Astra Nebulas are up. The door is getting shut down as well, so it's a little bit tough for the retakes to happen.
Can have a potential thrifty round here, but Trix still starts it off, taking straight down. Casper for the trade with that Sheriff kill, beautifully done. But we are trying a bit of a fight here as Trix goes for the wall bang, taking down Britzy, Aya as well. They know that they have the better weaponry, so basically you can consider this another round for Nigma, unless of course proven by either Muffin Loop or Casper. And again, we've been highlighting them both time and time again. Muffin Loop really amazing with the Marshall and with, you know, as a player in general. But I don't think it's really enough at this point because numbers are advantageous in towards Nigma Galaxy. So right now, best case scenario, since they were able to save here, class, right, I think if ever Nigma Galaxy is to win out this having debate, there's the pause. And you know what? No, maybe they kind of read my mind and said, yeah, go for the pause, because you want to end this momentum that Galaxy is having, because if you give them that certain amount of aggression, it's just really going to pop off through, and you don't want to place yourself in a position wherein when the second half comes, it's going to be more tedious to work with later on.
Exactly. You don't want to let Nigma Galaxy have their way. You don't want to give them that steamroller baby cadence where they're going to just start steamrolling all over you. You need to put a stop to this. And this is actually something that Asteria are known to do. They mentioned in their wildcard interview
at her place playing, you won't understand.
You can't really judge anything like that. And their coach often tells them, you gotta call for timeouts. Sometimes if you're on a losing streak or maybe even a winning streak, a timeout will do wonders for you, because you take that pause, you kind of catch a breather, think about the situation, reassess, recalibrate your strategies, and re-energize yourselves before you go back into the fray. And the last time they did this, they actually put a timeout, and then they won 11 rounds in a row. This was against Vitality Estelle in Wildcard, their qualifying match into FSL Elite. So can this happen again? After a timeout, are we going to see a big winning streak from Velocity? I don't know, but it could be. We're seeing Muffin Loop on the operator again.
This is interesting because look at that turret's going to be, but there's going to be the trade for Shrey here, using the turret as basically bait. But right now, is there the trade to happen here? Because maybe the pause would work well for VLT. And let's see how things are going to go. They went in towards market. I'm pretty sure that they might try and corner out the angles right here. Tried a bit of security, but that's going to be a showstopper. Not going to spot out anyone, to say the least, in towards the side, but not enough. Asterix will take down Shrey, because that's basically a double peek coming in from Galaxy. So looking at how they're rotating, we do see Meowstic onto the backside. That's going to be Hunter's Fury coming in from...
Counter!
Oh no! Britzy was able to jump in time where the Hunter's Fury is directed at her. Trix will be taking that kill instead. 3 versus 4 numbers advantage in towards NGX right now. So let's see. A lot of information, very vital for the side of Galaxy here as we see.
Well, it's going to be a tough retake that we're seeing right now. 3v3, but Muffin Loop's doing some magic. She dashes in, but unfortunately it's only good for one. Casper was the other. And coming into the back side, Trix just coming with a swing. She has been playing this really conservative style. I mean, not really baiting her teammates, don't get me wrong, but she's playing off of their context. She gets the information, and what she knows, this is a duel that I can win. I can have my crosshair pre-aimed. All I gotta do is strafe out and shoot. She's actually able to take the Velocity Asteria players out. So it's really tough for Asteria to actually go in for these retakes. They need to do a better job at stalling and defending the site, or at the very least, play the full retakes game. They need the numbers coming into these rounds, and right now they're just not having that. Back against an Eco once more. We got a scout, we got some sheriffs, we have a Spectre. Is it gonna be enough though, Zaya?
We'll just have to see, because then again, at this point, they have to consider on, as you mentioned, how they position themselves, and just like that, Ivory and Aluka was double peeking Stray from the vicinity, and before that smoke even popped, Aluka goes for the kill. It's gonna be another one. Beautiful spray transfer coming in from Chloe, just all the way dwindling down to 1. Then this could be a potential flawless for the side of Nigma Galaxy.
Could happen. All they need is Britzy, and they've already spotted her out. There it is, the secret lab. Flawless for Enigma Galaxy. 7-2 is the score right now. They must have won, I don't know, 5, 7 rounds in a row?
I guess 5 consecutive
6
rounds. But nonetheless, still, we did see really Enigma Galaxy popping off right now. And right now, okay, VLT still has the weapon at least for this round, but then again, if they do not want to make if they want things to make it into a lighter shade, at least for the second half, they need to collect or gather up some points as much as possible. And unfortunately, NGX is just shutting them down, at least at the moment. So just if you look at how Enigma Galaxy just plays around the map using these utilities first, that's gonna be a first peek. Aluka gets one beautiful transfer as well with Aya here with that double trade. Loving the crossfire that both of these teams are already doing. But then again, NGX really has the upper hand here. So right now, again, they once more took domination of A side. That was a beautiful angle for Aluka Britzy for that shutdown. Now let's see. It's again 2-4. This is quite interesting. Stars aligned. Let's see if it's going to be placed accordingly. Smoke, but let's
before she
look
can
right
risk her
now.
ult out
Post-plan
also.
situations just basically in the side of NGX. That's going to be a very interesting corner for Aluka here. Shock dart will hit. But no tricks from the behind. Still gets Britzy down. Aluka for the 3.
Go in, chill, come on.
Really the momentum space for Galaxy.
Damn, I mean, partially, yes, momentum for sure. I mean, take a look at the scoreboard right now. Tricks, 18 kills, 2 deaths only. This girl is on fire. But it's
I
not
think we
just
should
fire,
just stop
honestly.
playing.
I'm getting...
Stop playing close corners, bro.
pardon
So
my
start taking
weakness
open
coming out a
duels so
little
that
bit,
we can understand.
Water-breathing
So
vibes.
you saw what
She's
happened when
giving me
Shreya takes open
that
duels, bro.
feeling
That's the
that
whole
she's
point. I just
Giyu
think that
Tomioka or something. I
open
might
duels,
have
but
gotten the last name wrong. But she has that calm, cool sense, and at the same time, just really smart 200 IQ plays, because she's the IGL of Enigma Galaxy. She's actually reading the game on such a high level that she's kind of figured out the positioning from the Asteria players. Every round that we're seeing this, look at how they take control over the map. They know where the weak spots are. They know where the Asteria players are positioned. You saw that ping right in front of Pizza, and they're actually looking to take down the Killjoy player that is Shreya on the other side. But here comes the burst. The blast attack is not going to be enough for Aluka, but Trix instantly getting the trade. Now they're looking for Britzy, trying to find her underneath Speedway. They're only good for 1, though. Chloe makes the trade happen at the same time. So with that, control over the B side has been granted to Enigma Galaxy. Spike goes down. It's a 3v3 retake. Of course, though, some of the players of Enigma Galaxy are a little bit low. At the same time, not the best weaponry on Asteria. What do you think is going to happen here?
You should run.
Depends.
Did you coach the girls? No, bro.
And right
I don't
now
think
we
them.
do see
I don't
a
think
lockdown coming in from Chloe. Is it enough though?
shot
That's
test,
going to be one transfer forecast for Eye for the trade. Beautiful spray transfer once more. Is it going to be enough though? Oh, Spazzers into Classic, and that's going to be a 3K for Aya, securing their 9th point. And look at this dominating performance right now.
No, bro, I didn't.
And
Can
we
you
did
please
mention
don't spam, bro.
from the panel here, like if you were to remove
Bathura coach mode on. ஏன்டா நீலாம் ஏதோ கண்டமேனிக் சொல்லுவ. அது பண்ணிருக்கோம், இது பண்ணிருக்கோம், மோடி வந்து இந்த சப்பி இருக்கணும்னு. அப்ப நான் தான் சொன்னேன் நான் உன்கிட்ட.
Like, this is the magic of having another player or a sub or a 6-man rather.
No, I didn't coach the girls, bro.
Your team, the amount of mystery and the variety of strategies is just haywire. And right now, Aya is creating a statement.
such a big statement. I mean, it's always faster to swap to your sidearm rather than reloading, right? That's what she does with the classic. But regardless of weaponry, it's the fact that they're reading the map, the fact that they're using their utilities so well to actually push onto site. Asteria just don't really quite know what hit them. And here it is, the last round of the first half. If Asteria don't take this, it's going to be 10-2. And after that, very difficult to come back from. So the Lear comes out, Asteria trying to stall as long as possible. Casper with the gravity well, but it's only good for one. Ivory makes an instant trade happen, and the Cosmic Divide makes it that much more difficult for Asteria to actually hold and stall. But the one thing that's good for them, though, is that Shreya has her lockdown. She could deploy it and potentially just take this site back from Nigma Galaxy's hands. There it is. It just got deployed. Spike planted as well, and right now Nigma Galaxy are faced with the conundrum. They either have to push in or to back out of sight completely. Chloe's going in for this, though, instantly taking the double kill and destroys the lockdown. Trix gets the final kill as well, and there it is. 10-2 at the end of the first half. Oh my god, 20 kills, 3 deaths only? What?
What was that, Trix? Trix, you are just really popping off the charts right here. But you gotta commend.
No hate, but they're
Nigma
not keeping up.
Galaxy here is basically
How did they
playing
fix the back? As
around
team is
map,
failing to get
not
trades, guys.
Really, you know, daunted, not really threatened by that.
टीवी
so-called
देखना सब
lockdown
बंदा
coming
धोनी
in
को ही
from
बोलते हैं, तो
Shrey,
ऐसा मार
because
सकते
they
हैं,
know
ऐसा
what
मार
to
सकते
do.
हैं. उधर
The
जो खेल
moment
रहे हैं उनको ही
that
प्रेशर होगा,
lockdown
ब्रो.
was placed in towards garden is the
हमने
moment
मैं
to
नहीं
take
बोल रहा हूँ
push
कि
it.
आप गलत हो कि आप
Notice how
करेक्ट हो.
Chloe,
होगा
as
तो
well
सपोर्ट करते हैं,
as,
नहीं होगा तो
don't
ऐसे ही
think that
ब्रो.
was Aluka or,
नहीं होगा क्या,
Ivory
नहीं होगा
who
तो
was
होगा.
with her.
होगा तो
Just
सपोर्ट
double
करेंगे.
taken
उनका
away.
होगा नहीं, हमारा हमको
They
होगा तो
know
सपोर्ट
the
करेंगे, वरना
exact
कुछ नहीं
location to
करेंगे.
where, the
नहीं,
lockdown
बहुत
was
इजी है
placed,
ब्रो.
and they did not hesitate to actually go for the kill because they
बहुत
didn't
easy है
want
बे.
that. They don't want to
नहीं.
be, you know,
हाँ, that
detained
is bro.
by such. So that was just a beautiful masterpiece coming in from Nigma Galaxy. 10-2 onto the scoreline right now, really sitting pretty for Galaxy. But then again, we do see time and time again that if the switch happens, magic can still be there. But again, this is a lot of effort to put in, at least for the side of Asteria, because they need to make every round count at this point.
Yeah, tremendous effort. But, you know, we have seen Asteria do this before. They feel maybe a little bit more comfortable on
so
the
much denied
attacking
info
side,
from them.
right? So, yeah, we saw this in Wildcard a little bit. But I don't know, it's a little bit different this time around. They're off against Nigma Galaxy, their nemesis. So the Nebulas are out. They actually block off vision. They close the door,
but
the
45
spike down,
Chloe,
but they are losing players in the process. Muffin was trying to pull off a bit of a deep lurk, but unfortunately she got denied by Chloe. So 4v5 right now. This is the best possible scenario for Nigma Galaxy to retake off of. The recon vault is good as well. They're getting so much information off of this. A headshot to start things off, and right now Shreya just jumping in. Everyone's streaming into sight, but Elka is all the way at the top of heaven, trying to do her best. It's not going to be enough though.
Go, let's go. We still got this shit. Let's go.
Still
got this. Let's go. Let's go.
Around. The
Nice
best
round, babe.
solution they
अच्छा
can
मारा बे,
ask
Casper.
for to stop this momentum.
This is going to be the replay coming in from earlier. Did mention that was a beautiful recon dart, but then again, VLT just
Bro,
basically
Shankar,
took
please,
that
bro, I don't
into
want
their
to keep placing it on the
advantage.
right
Just go for
corner,
the
bro. Once you
double
put it on the
picks,
right
no
corner, you guys are
hesitation,
telling me
no
that the kill
questions
feed is not
asked, and
seen,
they
bro.
just
If I
went
put it on the
out
left
with
corner, you guys are
ball,
telling me that what is
getting
that?
third
You
point.
guys are
So
telling me
can
that the
this
map
be
is not
start
seen, bro. This is the
of,
best
you
I
know,
can do, bro. I'm sorry if you
something
don't like it,
new, or
bro. It's
not
as
really
simple
new,
as
more
that.
like the
Please, bro.
start of you know, a potential snowball coming in from
Let's go, guys. Like the stream.
able to make
Leave
things
liking
work,
the stream
but
and all, bro.
Aluka just shuts it down
Don't
in
like
the
and all,
face with
put it
the
and all,
syrup.
whatever you want.
Goes down. We
This is
did
for them.
mention time and
Stream
time
is
again
for them,
that
not
the
for
boost
us.
is one of the vital keys, but without
Rich
it,
needs
can
to
Trey and
step up.
company
Okay, bro.
really do
How many
and make the
championships have you
match
won,
work?
bro? Bro, it's easy to
I
judge
don't
from that
know.
side, bro. Chill,
I
bro.
mean, you saw that sheriff shot.
What we know, they also
so
know better than us. Chill.
magical.
We'll take care.
Yes, yeah. Chef's kiss, expecto patronum poof.
Patron.
One player said, wait, actually, that's the wrong spell. But whatever it is, Asteria still have the weaponry here. All they need is to play the close range duels. It's going to be a little bit tough to do that, though, from the A side, and that's why we have two players rotating back towards B. Of course, though, they need the utility to make this work. So right now, I think what they're trying to do is a little bit of that Asteria magic. Get some players to distract and delay the rotations for as long as possible. You can see that Enigma Galaxy are starting to doubt this possible B push as well. Chloe, though, might just be the anchor on the B side to stop this.
Okay, Bathura, what tournament is this? This is the VCT game
We got
changes,
that little
bro. I
pepper
see
spray.
qualifiers for women.
Elga's down to 5 HP, so she's gonna play it really, really safe. But all this time has been burnt. 30 seconds remaining. Where's the spike? It hasn't gone into B yet.
This is interesting because you did mention Sandwich may come up and that's going to be the potential rotate. But notice into the first half, Nigma Galaxy did the same thing. And look at how, you know, they were
they got the
not
side
really
planned,
going
Jai.
towards B, but still,
Nice,
Britzy was able to go for the shutdown here.
Oh shit,
The
no, no, no.
clutch plant of the spike has happened. Meow 16k goes and takes
Nice,
out the process. Shrey as well with better weaponry was able to get done.
boy,
Is
the
it gonna
punch
be?
of
Aya goes for that sheriff kill, but only the remaining member remaining here for the side of Nigma Galaxy, and Sheriff can only go for so far, but I think this could be a secured you know, round to say the least for Asteria, but that's gonna be a run, but no, Aya shuts it down. But is the time in her hands though? I think she's just going to either get this checker done or just go
Yeah, it's a women's.
because
Yes,
basically
yes, yes.
they can have, you know, better weaponry onto the next one. So I think Aya may go and try for another kill. Ooh, spray it, not enough to kill it. But let's see.
Either I
Ooh,
die.
that's one make it.
Oh!
Transfer 4K for Aya, even though
One small mistake.
Asteria still won that round because due to no time at all, but still denying that, you know, potential
Luna.
bonus weapon.
I'll tell them
And
that you
this is
super
gonna be
chatted.
the
I mean, I
replay
tell them
now.
that you sent your wishes.
Big brain plays from Aya. I'm not sure like if she had that in mind, but she's doing the whole thing of you're not locked. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. I'm gonna stay here,
Let's
hold
go
the exit
Asteria,
frames for as
heart,
long as
heart,
possible,
party,
because what I
popper,
want
party,
is for
popper.
you to die
you,
to the
Luna.
spike, so you don't have as much money coming
You
into the
got
next
this, to
round.
be
And it's
honest.
working out beautifully because at the same time, we have Meow 16k on nothing but a bulldog. Not the best utility as well. Britzy doesn't have her her owl drone. It's a little bit difficult for Asteria right now. Enigma Galaxy, they might have lost a round, but they might just win the war. They've got all the weaponry that they could possibly ask for. All they need is to play out this defense perfectly. But they're getting a little bit inquisitive right now. Casper holding the off angle. Trix checks it. I mean, Aya checks it. And there it is. Alka with the instant trade. There's that tag team duo.
I don't know,
teamwork that
Shaz.
comes from Nigma Galaxy. But they're doing just such a good job right now. I
Why they
don't know
blame
how
themselves?
Asteria's going to crack this code, crack this
Isn't it the
defense.
same model? Yes, Pratik. Hi,
Definitely,
Toasty.
and as you
What's you for doing? I don't know.
mentioned,
Check
where
VLD
which
stream.
Meow 16
I'm in a
had
different room, bro. I
Bulldog
don't wanna stay with the
immediately
players
get
because
shut
I don't wanna-
down by Trix, who
So, bro,
basically
anybody
had better
there's
weaponry
there's
during
not
that fight.
supposed to be a
And
lot
I
of movement
love
when
it
the players
how
are playing, bro,
Nigma
because
Galaxy is basically double peeking with
it's short
each
ray
and
muffin.
every you know, flank that they do, or with each and every site that they want to take. But look at this, Britzy though,
Nice,
still
Britzy,
takes
wait,
Ivory.
wait,
Top
we have the
angle.
advantage.
Really
All we have to do is
beautifully
wait.
3 versus 2 on
You
the
guys know
block.
that
We
they're
do
separated and
slowly
all we need to
spot
do
that
is
one
wait.
turret's gonna be destroyed. Let's see if the angle works for
Nice,
Whoa, we
Muffin,
know as
Muffin,
Muffin
don't
goes
go,
and secures it with a help
Muffin.
of his friend
Out.
here. And Aluka, only the remaining member can.
बोलो Aluka, आया को सबको आने को
Aluka
बोला।
can also
sorry,
secure
sorry, ऐसे ही
and,
बोला।
you know, deny weapons to say the least, or maybe it
Aluka,
will
ऐसे ही
be
बोला
clutch,
आपको।
'cause that's a very
आप
good
आना नहीं
start
चाहिए।
to taking
ऐसे ही
down
बोला।
one. Let's
Hello?
see.
ऐसे
Yeah,
बोला।
let's see if they can actually, if she can actually go for it. That's gonna be paint shells, alarm bot.
What?
But look at that, the paint shell.
Oh my God, no!
No, Muffin Loop shuts it down. The timing is impeccable, but peccable for Muffin Loop as they get the
Aluka,
fifth point
मेरे
here.
जान के
for
टूटे।
the side of
ऐसे ही
it.
बोला मैं। भाई हूँ
Oh
ना।
yeah,
भैया ने
peccable
ऐसे ही
for
बोला।
Muffin Loop. She's a bird.
इसको
She's
क्या चल रहा
gonna
है?
hit you with her beak every single time you think you have
Aluka,
a
आपको
slight
ऐसे ही बोला, आप
advantage.
serious
Pull
नहीं
out
ले
the
रहा था। Thank
showstopper,
you.
but she just wags her finger no in your face. Nigma Galaxy, Aluka, she's been showing up. She's been getting those frags, but unfortunately this time around it's just not enough. 10-5 is the score for now, and Asteria are showing that on the attacking side, they just might be a little bit more comfortable. Instant guiding light in towards the A side as well to create a little bit of space, and they might just looking to pull off a rush because they know that the Nigma Galaxy players are on an eco.
And right now we do see here really nice
आदिराज मेरे को क्या पता है सो का।
change of pace as they go for his middle side
But don't
instead,
take long
because
range.
we've seen time and time again they did just play
Don't
around
expect it.
either A or B, and right now they're just trying to take it slow, at least for the side of Asteria, because again we did mention this, Quack, that once that pause is done, or once we get that switch of the sides, this is where we get that tendency to see the teams pop off. And right now Asteria is really, you know, really doing a good job at it. But can they be consistent though? Look at this. That's going to be the lockdown coming in. They will also have a similar feat, but a lot of utilities to be used right here, checking all the angles. Low health for the side of Asteria members. Let's see.
Shouldn't have.
It's a big side execute,
Okay.
and it's one that works
know what
out
that
that at
thought
what
was.
cost some of the players are low,
Oh,
but that
it's
is
a
where the
5v5 if two of us
L60K
are
will
low,
shine.
and
She's using the regrowth to top her teammates off, instantly back to basically full health. They'll be
Yeah,
able
Spectre,
to
she can't break it with the
sustain
Spectre,
about
guys. Both of you don't get
2
spotted.
from the Vandals or Phantoms, but that's not what Enigma Galaxy has. They've got Sheriffs, they've got Spectres, and it's just not good enough right now. Shreya holding the off angle, she's good for Chloe, but there it is. The Sheriffs are coming in from main, they're coming in from Zora as well, but unfortunately for them, it's still a quite tall order for them to push past. Automatic weapon is always going to do better than the Sheriffs if you don't have the perfect angles, and there it is. Asteria are starting to come back into the game. Do not doubt these girls. They're at 10 and 6 right now. 4 more is all they need to equalize the board.
You did say from the panel time and time again,
Guys,
Quack,
एक
alongside
बार
with
330
Giga
people
and
chat में उठ के
Ray, that
hashtag
basically
ASTWIN
both
टैप
of
करे
these
एक ही
teams
बार
are
करो
gonna
स्पैम
have
मत
a
करो
close fight,
hashtag
and this
Asteria
is-
win type हो
this
जाए
is one
please
of the best
தமிழ்
demonstrations
ஹிந்தி
for
தெரியாத
Corsair
உங்களுக்கு ஒரு
to
வாட்டி
cross the
எல்லாரும்
board,
ஏஞ்சி
but then to
hashtag
clean it
Asteria
up
win ன்னு ஒரு
for
டைப் பண்ணுங்க
side
நம்ம
of
సపోర్ట్ కాటుவோம்
Asteria.
తెలుగు
So,
తెలిసిన వాళ్ళకి
keeping
ఒకసారి
one
అందరూ
of the
లేసి
best
Asteria win అని
scenarios
టైప్
here
చేయండి మన
for
సపోర్ట్
MGX
చూపిద్దాం
is they haven't,
for everybody who doesn't understand any of
really
these languages
won,
type
you know,
Asteria win to show your
a
support the
grand
girls need us
race.
more
Only really
the girls
close,
need us now
because
more
they
than
didn't
ever
have
but look
time
at
to
Muffin
finish this fight.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough for them, right? But, I mean, I think it's still early just because they haven't had the best weaponry so far. The last round was an eco, but coming into this one right now, it's already a quick execute onto the B side. Velocity Asteria, they're going with that velocity, that speed. Unfortunately for them, though, it has been stopped. And right now, Spike being dropped is the worst thing in the world. All that's left is Spritzy, and she doesn't have the health for this. Triple kill by Ivory, and she is the anchor for Enigma Galaxy.
They're already trying to mix things up, trying to get the perfect recipe for this potential match points as they draw close. And right now we're seeing basically NGX here. You know, this is the advantage of having like that consecutive wins in towards the first half, right? You tend to get into a position where you get some space. So if ever
Thank you guys for waking up. Thank you everybody for waking up.
You get to adapt to how basically Asteria is going to play this. Since they are the attackers, they need to initiate the fights at this point, and that's basically one of the perks of being the defender side. This one, when you're like in the second half, you basically get the tempo in which Asteria is going for here. So far they haven't really done a super rush of a push in sites, because what they've been doing is they've been playing around the map. They went to A, went to mid, then to B, at least for the remaining rounds that we have. So this is an interesting thing, because they may try and hold some amount of seconds before they try to commit a site, is what I'm seeing here and towards the minimap. So again, with this kind of discipline for Galaxy to really go for double peaks whenever they get the chance, you know, to get that really counter strafe going for their side. And here we see a little bit of a passive approach for Galaxy. But what do you think can be, you know, the key for Asteria to basically crack the code?
The difference is
it's a little bit tough.
You didn't get aim and control, but look at the amount of aim and control they have.
Of course, though, Muffin Loop with the Marshall can still be very deadly. But the tough thing that they've got going for them right now is the fact that Enigma Galaxy have gained quite a bit of map control. A main is locked out for Asteria right now, unless they take Alka down, but that's not happening anytime soon, girl. She's going for those taps, she's going for those headshots, and now, sensing that there might be a second player, they're standing their ground. At the same time, this pushes Asteria off towards another site, and unfortunately for Shreya, she's not going to be able to do that much damage, but maybe buying enough time for her teammates to push in towards market, maybe... Because these two agents, Astra plus Killjoy, are the toughest ones for them to deal with. You've got those stars, you've got those nano swarms, and it's buying so much time. Now 16k going aggressive is only good for one. And Ivory right now, what did I say earlier on? The anchor, wall bangs, just tags past everything. It's not enough for Asteria to push along with it. Right now it's at match point. I just don't know what Asteria could do from this point out.
Enigma Galaxy, I did mention they have discipline, and that is heavily demonstrated with the shots. Just look at this beautiful replay, right? Look at that spray transfer and the patience. Look at that. 1, 2, tap. There you go. Beautiful tap in towards that. And
मैं
that
वीडियो
is just
पता नहीं बे,
basically
मैं थोड़ा
beautiful.
लेट
Okay,
आया ब्रो.
sure, the
ब्रेकफास्ट
pause
के लिए
can
कुछ
still
काम कर
be,
रहा था.
you know, a saving
अरे मैं सोया ही
grace
नहीं
here
ब्रो
for
कल.
Asteria. But at this point, this is match point. Everything, every count, every round counts here for Asteria. And right now, this is just, you know, really all the more the aggression still, even though that Galaxy is in the
वीडियो अलग है. Yes, everybody, welcome to the stream. Anybody new to the channel, welcome to. Lower bracket now, bro. It's a BO3, bro. Chill, bro. Literally, why are there 2 dots over here, bro? The BO3, it's our first map, bro. Chill. First map of the day, first map of the tournament, guys. Chill.
to play around the
और
map here. This
Indian
could be
water में
difficult.
hands खुजली नहीं होता.
Maybe
अभी
Asteria will
खुजली
go
खुजली निकल रहा है हाथ से.
here, as we've
चिल
been
करो.
seeing in the
जो
previous,
मरेगा ना नेक्स्ट मैप आप लोग
the
देखो.
previous 2 rounds.
Yeah, exactly right. It's that sandwich. We're seeing
उधर
Nigma
क्लिच वाला
Galaxy
पर्सल लेट्स
facing
चिल.
that they
ठीक है
grab the
बेस्ट.
better
तेरे
weaponry.
गर्लफ्रेंड को
They've got
देता
quite
हूँ.
a bit of a bank going on as well. They're gonna start
देता
to
क्या
push
ऑलरेडी
out.
दे दिया.
That's what
हम
we're
साथ
seeing
में
out
खाए
of
उस
the
दिन.
two,
बोले
especially
बतूरे
the
नहीं खाई.
two.
मैं
It
कुछ अलग
seems
खाया.
it could be
तो पूछे जाके
a
लोड़ा.
very, very hairy situation for Asteria right now. But thankfully, I guess they're
Told you
trying
multiple
to make
fucking
a good
times. Don't call me
execute happen
fucking but.
towards A main. They've done it before and it worked out beautifully. So if they could do it again, this could
अरे
be
bro,
a
Phoenix,
comeback
can you
where
chill?
Enigma can do burst
Everybody will
rounds,
step
tries
up
to
when they
fulfill
need
it.
to. Everybody
She's
knows
looking
that
for some
better than
heads
us.
to pop, but
आपने और मैंने
unfortunately
कुछ
for
ऐसा
her,
किया भी
Nigma
नहीं.
Galaxy have
मैं
already
उकड़ा
read the
भी नहीं. इन
situation,
लोग
making
का
it to
opinions
Trix's
पास
call.
करो. Chill
They're
करो.
just playing retakes at this point. They've taken 2 players out already, and they're making it even more difficult for Asteria to hold the side. It's all up to Casper right now. And where is she? She's all the way by tree. Ivory
कोई ना
sees
जी
her.
जी जी.
It's the burst, the
कोई ना
kill,
कोई ना.
and 12 to 6
क्या हाल है अवराधी
is the
भाई?
end
क्या हाल है?
of
क्या
that
हाल है?
score.
Beautifully done
Hash
by Enigma
VLT
Galaxy
Asteria
right here.
FTW.
Again, this is
आंटी आंटी
basically,
कोई नहीं
you
कोई नहीं
know,
कोई
an
नहीं.
evident thing for Enigma Galaxy.
मैं
They've
हल्का सा
been
जाके फिस्ट पंप देकर.
through
नहीं
the
एक्चुअली
course of
नहीं
the
जा रहा
Galaxy
हूँ. मैं
very
वैसे
time
भी
and time
मैं
again,
प्लेट्स
and
क्लियर
you
करके
know
आई
that
गाइस.
saying.
गाइस सेकंड मैप के लिए सब पॉपकॉर्न सब ले आओ. जो हमारा गर्ल्स मारने वाला है ना वो होगा. अभी बता रहा हूँ.
Was able to
वही
lead
होगा.
down
समझ रहे
Asteria
हो?
in towards this first match that we have, which is amazingly done. But still, you want to commend as well, Asteria. We did see some amount of highlights that they did.
टफ
They did
फाइट भी
have.
दिया
They
बहुत राउंड में
won the
टाइम.
round
2
in
पहले
between, so
मैच
they
है
were
अपने
drawing
बतुरा.
close.
कोई
But you know
देख लो
what?
पहला मैच ही नहीं.
Basically, the
ज्यादातर पूरा
shutdown
स्ट्रीम पे
from Enigma Galaxy. It's
ऐसा
amazing.
ऐसा स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड नहीं बोलना था बे
The
राज.
first point now of our series.
Yeah,
5
I mean,
star
you
stay.
said it,
I
Saya.
think so. I
Shut
didn't pay for anything.
down. Like
Anna only paid.
times you would see
I
Asteria
literally
trying to
didn't pay
keep
for
down
anything.
and
I didn't
go
do
for
anything. मैं
forever.
गाड़ी लेके
It's
आता हूँ.
angels that they're kind
फ्री
of
में
looking
गाता
for
हूँ.
at
फ्री
this point.
में
Unfortunately
सब
for
करता
them,
हूँ.
you
चले
know, you
जाता हूँ
got
घर.
players
अन्ना नहीं सब
like
कर रहे.
Trix who are already calling
कुछ
out
नहीं किया.
positions.
हम उस
They've
कमबैक हो
already
गया था. नहीं कोई नहीं कोई नहीं.
they're
तो
kind
मसला
of
नहीं. नेक्स्ट हो
reading
जाएगा.
Asteria like a book almost,
नहीं
especially on
मम्मी
that
पॉपकॉर्न
first
अरे
map,
चप्पल
right? They
फेंकेगी
won
मम्मी
10
विशाल.
straight rounds
इन
in
लोगों
a
को देखो.
row.
अरे जया
I
को मत
can't
देखो.
believe
जया मेरा
what I'm
बहन है.
seeing, but I
इसको
want
देखो
to
इसको.
check back to look at Trix's KDA real quick, just because she's been absolutely amazing. But you know, that is what it is. It's only the first map. I still want to believe in Asteria. That's what I said. My heart is with Asteria. I think these girls,
Definitely,
with their
of course.
PC buffs, they could do it. This is only first map. You know, it's Ascent. It's Enigma Galaxy's map pick. We'll let them have it. All right. We're going into its Icebox next. That might be a lot different.
Definitely could be a different story because again, stats wise, we do see in terms of percentage, you know, Asteria has the upper hand up against Enigma Galaxy. But here in towards at least for the previous match that they have, we've seen how you know, Asteria tried to play along the lines of in terms of trying to isolate the fights, trying to isolate all of those angles. But unfortunately, Enigma Galaxy with the discipline, you can really say that with all the duration of their rounds, they were never alone. They were double peeking. They were looking at every corner. So if one goes down, the trade is bound to happen. And that's one of the disciplines that Enigma Galaxy really showed us in towards this previous match. But right now, let's try to at least take focus on to the next one, because this is the interesting bit that really had me. So Asteria is going to choose. Asteria chose Icebox, if I'm not mistaken, and they will be starting it off as the attacker's side. So this could be you know, a better feat for them because one, their defender side that can be you know, they've managed to win it, to say the least. Yeah, they were able to pop it off at some point, but right now Icebox is a bigger map. This is a different story that we're talking about. So what do you think about that?
I mean, you know, it's an age-old debate, I guess, kind of. People didn't really like Icebox when it first came out, but now it's a little bit more comfortable. We're seeing it a lot in FSL especially, but it's one of those maps where you might think it is defender-sided, but when you watch Asteria play this, they actually seem a little bit more comfortable on the attack. Like, we were starting to see them mount a bit of a comeback towards the second half. So the same thing might actually happen here. I want to believe in them. We've seen them do this incredibly well before. And actually for Enigma Galaxy, although they might have stellar statistics across all maps, their win ratios, their win percentages are only at about, you know, maybe the 60%, 50% rate. Meanwhile, Asteria, on a map like Icebox, they got something like 70, maybe even 80%. So, you know, it could happen. It could happen. But, you know, that's what we've got for now. I think it's time for a quick break, and then we shall come back with round number 2. But for now, I mean, you see our new sponsors, right? We got Nanoleaf up here. We got Secret Lab behind me. This is going to be interesting because while there's a big $25,000 prize pool for the teams, we've got some prizes for the viewers at home as well. I mean, you see it, I think it's in the Twitch chat somewhere. If you want to get this promotion, if you want to buy Nanoleaves for yourself, just exclamation mark Nanoleaf. I'm sure like the fine folks at FSL, the fine folks at Nanoleaf have a nice discount code for you somewhere. At the same time, we have got Secret Lab giveaways. If you want to win a chair, keep your eyes peeled, because sometime after the game series, during the breaks, there's going to be a code, there's going to be a form, a QR code for you to scan, and you get to stand a chance at winning a Secret Lab chair. So yeah, don't go away, guys. We're going to be back after the break, but also keep your eyes out for all these nice little goodies that we are giving away.
गया कॉपीराइट आ गया मेरा और क्या हाल है कोई ना क्या हाल है Yes, for a coin, bro. First map is always like that, no? Whose map was the first one? I don't know. Chatter, बहुत मारूंगा. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Have you guys have your bro? Don't say Baruta, no, bro. Phoenix, I'll hide you off the channel. We got lower bracket. Only if we lose this now. We won't even go to lower bracket, bro. Chill. Bro, VLT and Ascent NHK, bro. I'm sorry, Anna, if you're watching this. VLT और Ascent का दूसरा रिलेशन होता है अरे नेक्स्ट मैच आइसबॉक्स है, आप क्या मसला ले रहे हो? आइसबॉक्स हमारा है भाई, नहीं कर सकते हम लोग ना। इन बूट कैंप है। I'm coming home, Savannah. Savannah.
तो इससे एजेंट
Savannah.
Light's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a road. Savannah.
इसको क्या ही से रोल देना है इन लोगों को?
डिफेंस पे इतने राउंड्स, लेकिन बी मेन और ए मेन पे ऐसे पिक ऑफ हो गया ना फाइट, लाइक विदाउट इन्फो फाइट।
इसके अंदर क्या करना है बोलो?
देख मेरे को एक सेटअप पसंद नहीं है जहाँ पे किलजॉय मार्केट खेल रही थी, वही किलजॉय मार्केट ने खेला।
अरे खेलते रे विंग,
बस
हमारे किलजॉय नहीं
परमिशन में गया
नहीं बोला तो तुझे भी देखा क्या साइड पे
किया?
ये अगर मार्केट से खेलेगा ज्यादा से ज्यादा कितने जन को मारेगा? एक को मारेगा।
उनका अगर सेटअप है डिले करने के लिए पहले नैनो स्वैप से, तो फिर चलेगा।
अरे तू स्मोक करके डांस किया तो साइड पे कोई है ही नहीं।
हाँ तो वो एक ही होगा ना।
हाँ तो वही मैं बोला ना।
उसको जाने दो, उसको जो भी करना करे। वो जेट है, वो जेट एनीवे डैश करने वाला है, क्या कर सकते हैं।
मार्केट से तब भी लोग खेलते हैं जब तुम लोग का रीटेक का अल्टीज हो और तुम लोग का
वही
वीवीएलटी चैनल ज्वाइन करें
या
जितने जगह तो पूरा हल्का सा हो जाएगा
ताकि मार्केट के थ्रू मार सके,
जब सिटी से रिकॉल मारे हैं वही
कुछ भी हो सकता है, पॉसिबिलिटी तो है अगर मिड पे हैवी करना है।
अरे एक सेकंड रुको भाई, फाटो
कौन सी सर्वर पे है इन लोग? कौन से सर्वर में है इन लोग?
ये सारा कैंसिल करो वरना नीचे
कौन सा
नीचे होगा वॉइस चैनल परमिशंस में।
हाँ वॉइस चैनल परमिशंस में है।
हाँ वो कनेक्ट में कैंसिल करने का है, स्पीक में टिक करने का है।
ओके इसमें आई, रुको।
Hey guys, we're back with our desk before that game number 2, but I mean, what a game 1. I mean, the scores just watching that was just absolutely crazy. I mean, VLT, they started off winning the first 2 rounds very solid, and then after that, just Nigma Galaxy with that 10 straight round win. Trix at some point was like 20-3 with her KDA, just absolutely insane. Guys, what did we think about that game 1?
Well, it sounds like she heard you, and she was like, okay. It sounds like they've sided with VLT, so let's do our absolute best. There was a lot of IGL versus IGL. You did call that early on. There was a lot of IGL versus IGL, but Trix did come out on top of that quite a lot. I feel like everyone else took a little time to get warmed up. Aluka, Aya, they were taking a bit of time at the very start of the game there, but by the end of that first half, everyone was popping off, right? I think actually still trying to warm up Muffin. I think Muffin, she missed a couple of shots that she would generally miss. There were very rare misses coming in, so I think she might be a little bit more warmed up here, which is ironic considering we're going to Icebox, and maybe she melts a little bit of that ice in the box.
Nice, nice. I love that wordplay. She's probably going to do that, though. I mean, who knows? What if she goes back to Phoenix? Nah, I don't think she's going to play Phoenix or anything like that. But it's really evident because, you know, maybe the first few rounds, it was Astera, actually. They took 2 rounds at the start of the game. Muffin Loop, she was going crazy with the Marshall. She was hitting headshots that I have no idea how to work that weapon. But she does it so easily. Unfortunately, though, at some point, it's just Nigma Galaxy, and they started to figure
जाके
out
snacks
the
लेके आई
way
बे
that Astera
समझ रहे हो
position themselves. I mean, it
कोक का
seems
बॉटल
like
उठा के आया
Trish
उधर
was
से
making those calls.
मतलब अंदर नहीं गया
If they're
बाहर से
pushing
उठा
out
के आया
mid, that means A is probably, or B is probably open. Let's just rush in. And they actually managed to go in, take the site down, get the spike planted. And at that point, 10 straight wins in a row at the end of the first half, they're just unstoppable.
I agree. I mean, I see a fundamental problem between these two teams, and that was the fact that VLT were playing very passive. I'm not saying just on the defender side, but on the attacker side as well. They were sitting back waiting for the lurks, and that doesn't really work against Nigma Galaxy because the way they push when they're on that defending side is it's cautious aggression. I'd like to say they slowly make their way forward and then they hold a position. And
Indian team always getting tough groups last two years.
All the map control without exposing themselves.
No, nothing like that, bro. Chill. God, this shit. Oh, मैं एक लीक दूँ? मैं जेट पिक किया, उतना देखा मैं वो तभी गुड डोर खोला। मैं जेट खेल रहा है।
Back up their teammates basically, and Nigma Galaxy, you could see the way they were taking the sites. They'd push in, and they wouldn't just push into the site. They were being very aggressive on the defense as well. In those post plants, they were taking every single fight that they could because they know what leaks they can do if they start going for those retakes. So instead, they're trying to shut it down before it can even happen. And I feel like BLT didn't adapt to that. And that might be the case when we move into Icebox as well. Unless they realize, hey, you know what? Maybe we're playing a little bit too passive here. Like, how many times did we see on the attacker side for...
इनका नाम से Jägermeister याद आता है. नहीं, Jägermeister मतलब tonic है, जो adults पीते हैं. Sorry.
Or towards mid, there were no lurks whatsoever coming from VLT. They didn't want to push in from A main or from B main, get all that map control back, try and fight their way back in. It just wasn't happening. So I need to see a little bit more of that map control coming in from VLT. Use that ping to your aggression, right? You got to your advantage. Got a couple of players that are just playing on high ping. If you're peeking first, you're getting that advantage first. You're seeing the enemy first. You can maybe find yourself a couple of early kills, and that's enough to give you the advantage to close out those rounds. Because when they do get the advantages, they can close out the rounds. We've seen them time and time again do that, but they just never gave themselves the opportunity to.
Why is your Nightbot being toxic, bro?
Rent ended.
You haven't accepted my follow request yet.
It's true, though. I mean, that is kind of what we expect to see from them. They have,
don't worry, we got this shit.
A bit of a, I guess, peeker's advantage, so to speak. But
hi, Mahima, you're very
after
cute.
they started losing that many rounds in a row, maybe
just kidding.
that
Sorry.
little bit of
Just trying to build conversation with the chat because
that's the lovely thing.
Really zoned out for some reason. I don't know. I'm not able to concentrate here. I so badly want to be in that room, dude. I don't know, but I can't say injustice to you guys also. I legit so badly want to be there in that room.
Their coach, Akali, is speaking to them, and they actually do show signs of life after those timeouts. I mean, there was a point where they actually won, what was it, like 4 rounds in a row after the second half started. Unfortunately, it only happened for a short while, and then
issues,
so it kind of got snuffed out. But here it is.
Discord पे जाना होना है अन्य के साथ नहीं bro, players के साथ.
I mean, I think that you guys said it all. I think that especially now that we've already seen that map 1, I kind of want to say that for Enigma Galaxy, they definitely stepped up in a way that maybe we weren't expecting them to. Much, whereas VLT, we've kind of seen a whole bunch of their weaknesses, as Jace was saying as well, just playing a bit too defensive, even on the aggressive side. The fact that map number 2 is on Icebox,
so uncomfortable.
Even more open,
they have
just
no
makes
idea
me
what I'm
even
sitting
more
on, dude.
worried for them because you can't keep that same style that they played in map number 1.
Bro, Bro,
and
my one
expect
ass is
to
bigger than
do
my
good
one
on
ass.
Icebox, because
My
that's just
one
not
ass
going to
cheek is
happen.
bigger
You're
than
probably
this.
going to
Just
have an
saying.
even worse day.
It's
So I'm
actually
just
paining
hoping
a
that
lot.
in between
For
map 1 and
for
map 2,
those
you know,
who
they
guys
kind
haven't
of
seen the room,
managed to have a
this is
talk
the
with the
room.
rest of the team, maybe with their coach and stuff, to just kind of
So
reset
like an
mentality. We
executive,
were hoping
some
that we
room.
would see that when they called those timeouts. We
So
didn't really
small
see
dude.
that, although,
मतलब
you know, there was
मसला ही
that
नहीं हो
part
रहा
in
बे.
map 1 where they had the swap over into the other side, and then they took like
क्या
4
कर रहा
rounds, so it wasn't as bad as
वो
before the
कुछ खड़ा
swap. But I mean, they're
कैमरा
gonna have to really step it up, I think, if they want to take this one home on Icebox. Plus, they picked Icebox, so I hope that they'll do better on this one.
I want to believe.
Well, I mean,
I want to believe.
historically, like they have done pretty well, both these teams on Icebox, so you can see Nigma still putting up quite a fight. I just hope we get that.
Get 2 shares. I used to get 2 shares when she was there with
from
me.
Asteria, just
After she left
to
me.
fight back, because I'd love to see a split between these two teams.
For sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us back home, we want.
हम ना रहे जो वो एक चेयर पे बैठता उसको भी याद आता उस टाइम पे मैं भी किचन घुमा के मैगी बना के रोते रोते खाते समझ रहे हो. Sorry guys. जमीन पे बैठ ले भाई उठाना टक हो जाएगा. You wanna join the VC? अरे no bro, actually it'll be no. But he's coming checking me and all is going up for me singing. Sorry sir. Sorry sir. That bad. हमारा शायद इस रूम में मीटिंग चल रहा है. इसका मीटिंग आया जो मैं चिल्लाने वाला हूँ अभी.
And one
Doing bootcamp, yes. रेड बुल से पार्टनर हूँ एक्चुअली. रेड बुल भी आ गए उधर से. Reveal the hotel name after the story. What joy, dude.
Want to believe in Asteria, the South Asian representatives. They're going in for this. They're starting out on the attacking side. So 5 players in towards Garage right now. This could be very scary because Alika's holding onto a Sheriff and instantly from her back, a Ghost is firing off behind Alika, and she's actually able to take one player down. So down into this 4v5, they're trying to push into this right now, and they still got to deal with the long-range angles. Oh my god, they're being held so tightly. You also have Aya just playing off of Alika's contact. They're looking for even more. There it is! 2 players gone, and now Shreya trying to do whatever she can. Only player alive, though. Only has a classic. Swaps to a Ghost. Might have a better chance, but she still wants to retrieve the spike, and unfortunately, I think it's a little bit far off. There's a cargo box standing in between her ways. She's actually able to get the headshots down into the 1v2. This is not impossible.
Not impossible indeed. 3K for the side of Shrey. Let's see if it is going to be at bay, but look at the beautiful positions coming in from Ivory and Trix here. They're basically ready for the straight take because they again versus 1. I mean, you can just go for the crossfire, but that is information. They've managed to detect Shrey here in towards yellow, uses the toxins to now the angles. Let's see if there's gonna be a peek right here. Beautiful work for the side of Shrey. Love to highlight though both Aya and Aya and, if I'm not mistaken, it's Aluka here. They played around that yellow box in towards B side. They were able to narrow it down just so the other
iPhone 13
towards, for Galaxy, they were able to rotate in time. So that alone is just really good patience for Galaxy. For Asteria though, Quack, since this is still the start, right? I mean, it's too early to conclude. So, do you think that, you know, any like playing around the map or just going for a slow push could work for Asteria here? Or maybe they just go ham and just go and try for another aggressive take?
I'm going to say slow push doesn't work. Do not slow push. Asteria, don't do that, because every time that they try to do that, they give NGX
I
time
am
to
not
rotate
sure
over.
if
Chill,
if
bro. Right, they will
BURP.
close the chat and watch.
All right. But right now we're just gonna go into our game. I think
Close
just a
the chat
quick
and watch it,
pause
bro. It's
for
as simple
both
as that.
sides of the team. Really a technical pause here.
Technical pause for now, and it just seems like there might be some issues that they need to sort out. Maybe it's packet loss, and that's the one thing that really hurts Asteria in the long run. But here they go.
Guys, it's
again
really
into
their
this
first
garage
match as
push.
an
We definitely
organization,
hear the
bro. Just
Allegro,
chill,
though.
bro.
So a lot of targets for them to hit, and that's why they are backing off. The Spectres will not work at this range as well. So right now, it's just Trix holding that same off angle. Meanwhile, you got two players. It's Aluka and Aya again down mid, and now they're trying to
They
go in
did the
for that
plant, it's
sandwich.
already a good
Although
round.
it's a sandwich that we know for
Not the
Asteria.
plant.
This time it's just not working out. Trix gets the quick double. Spike planted, but it's not enough. They pick up the Spectres though, so I still want to believe Meow 16K can
Nice,
pull off some
Muffin.
magic here. Muffin Loop is actually good for one, and there she gets traded. Meow 16K
Why not gaya?